How do you kind of assess the team through the non-conference?
Wait, what do you mean? Explain that.
What do you think of the non-conference? Where you guys are at right
now? I mean, it was a fun, 3 games. I'm glad we're undefeated, of course. I mean, we learned a lot about, some of the players on the team, especially new people that we've got on the team. And we feel very good about them going into conference. But as far as right now, we're just worried about, playing clean football. We've made some of our goals, but it's we have to do it on a consistent basis. So as far as doing that, we just have to be consistent.
We asked you a lot about the Big 12 title game when we were down in Arlington for Big 12 Media Days, but is it hard to keep that game out of your mind whenever you're preparing for Baylor this week?
I mean, not really. I mean, it could either go one or two ways. Either you can use it to your advantage and use it as motivation or fuel, which you should always have playing a team, or it can be a detriment to you. You start thinking too much about it, and then you go into the game playing emotionally and instead of just playing with emotions. So I think if you use it to your advantage, it can be a good thing.
How do you use it to your advantage?
You can use it to bring the team together as far as because the whole team collectively was a part of it. So just bringing us together, being as one, and going in there, and not it's a rematch of the Big 12 championship, but it's just us versus them. Bring everybody together.
Braylon got his most significant action of the season to this point. How much do you guys discuss that stuff, talk football in general?
I mean, a little bit here and there. Like I've said before, I'm going to let him learn it on his own, but I still try to, teach him some things every now and then. I mean, he got in, you got to see how the game was and all that stuff. So, we talked about it, and I just let him know he's going to get even more faster and stuff from there. So, I mean, he's gotten used to the speed from practice. And so, I think the more time he gets in games, whether it's this year or next year and stuff like that, he'll figure it out and he'll be all right.
Did you give him any grief for the interception?
Nah, I gave him a little bit for it, but it's nothing I'm going to kill him over. Because, I've had my fair share, so it's all right.
Has the preparation for the first road game of the season been different than the past 3 games?
Not really, because you always want to type, every practice the same way. There is, a little more from, everybody just this week, just because, it's Baylor, and, there's that, we lost to them last year, so there is, kind of that extra to practice and stuff. But I think as far as, normal, we're just trying to attack this week since it is a bye week. Yeah. So you can kind of get unfocused since, you don't have a game. But so I think we're just extra focused in terms of, playing clean football, trying to go hard and do all that extra stuff. Work even more harder on the bye week.
How fast is Braden Johnson?
Fastest on the team, maybe the fastest in the Big 12.
Is that right? I wasn't sure. That's what the roster said. It said he's competing for fastest on the team.
Nah, he's not. I don't think he's competing with anybody. I think he's the fastest on the team. Probably, I'd give him the nod for fastest in the Big 12. So
now I'll ask you this: there are plenty of fast receivers that can go to school, but he's got to be doing something else besides being fast to rack up 100 yards a game. What makes him good besides being fast?
I think people don't realize that the faster you are, the harder it is to actually run routes and stuff. Because without speed, without speed control, you have no speed. That's Coach Dunn says all the time, you can have a Ferrari, but if it has a Volkswagen engine, then it's no good. So I think the way he uses his speed in terms of accelerating and then being able to re-accelerate, but also be able to shut it down at any point in time, and also redirect and stuff like that. I think that's the biggest thing that separates him from most people.
Who's the second fastest on this one?
I'll give it to myself. I know Corey Blythe won't like hearing that because none of us have all raised. So I'll say Braden. I'll say myself.
Corey thinks he should be in the conversation. Is that
Everybody thinks they should be in the conversation.
Mike said, Braden's kind of embracing this year. He lost his last year. Have you seen that at all? Has Braden been extra exuberant or something this year?
Oh yeah, I think whenever you take time away from something, you come back and then there's this extra appreciation for it. Not like you didn't have it before, but when the game is kind of taken from you and you don't know if you're able to get it back, and you finally get it back, there's this kind of extra appreciation for it that you just want to cherish it. And then this being his last year, he's just coming at it, just having fun, not overthinking things too much, just coming out here having fun. And all of us are more than happy for him with the stuff that he's doing because we know how much he's prepared for this moment.